Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. We are going through Galatians right now. We're in chapter 5, about midway through chapter 5 here. We're going to be reading today from Galatians 5, verses 13 through 21. Okay? And this is life in the Spirit. What I'm going to talk about today, we're going to talk about life in the Spirit, and it's going to end on some qualities in your life that you don't want, okay, at all. The next episode we're going to start, and it's talking about the fruit of the Spirit. We're going to examine those characteristics of the fruit all the way through. You're going to see the fruit of the Spirit. It's one fruit, and it's love, but the fruit of the Spirit is different characteristics of that. So you have, love, and then joy, peace, patience, kindness. All that is part of the fruit of the Spirit. But we're going to get into that the next episodes. Okay? Let's read today from Galatians 5, verses 13 to 21. It says this: "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free." Okay? Yay! We're called to be free. I have the chain here from when we were talking about the chain of slavery. We don't have to wear this anymore, okay? And we don't have to have the badge that's saying, "I'm circumcised, I'm obeying the law." We don't have to have that. We don't have to have the badge. We don't have to have the chains of slavery. We're free, okay? And we're called to be free because we've been saved by Jesus dying on the cross and nothing else, okay? "But do not use your," 2 pages here, "freedom to indulge the flesh," okay? "Rather serve one another humbly in love." Okay, I don't have that freedom so I can just do whatever I want to. This freedom is here so I can serve others, okay, and serve Jesus. Verse 14, "For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping the one commandment. Love your neighbor as yourself." Okay, and also it would be love the Lord your God, too. Verse 15, "If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other." Okay, don't be a Christian cannibal. We should be fighting not against each other in the church. We need to be fighting against the spiritual forces that are attacking the church. Okay, so don't be a Christian cannibal. Verse 16, "So I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will gratify the desires of the flesh." You will not gratify the desires of the flesh. That's backwards. Verse 17, "For the flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit." That's true. Everything in my flesh that my flesh desires is contrary to the Spirit of God. Okay? I want sex outside of marriage. That's contrary to the will of God. I want other people's stuff. I want my neighbor's boat. I want my neighbor's car, my neighbor's truck. All that stuff. That's contrary to the will of God. Okay? Verse 17 is, let me reread that. "For the flesh desires what is contrary to the Spirit, and the Spirit what is contrary to the flesh. They are in conflict with each other, so that you are not to do whatever you want. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law." If I'm walking by the Spirit, I'm not under the law. Okay? Verse 19, "The acts of the flesh are obvious." Okay, and I'm going to read this list here, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time defining what these things are because they're obvious, okay? And so you might have, we probably all have been involved with different things of this over time, okay? And these are not acts that are godly, okay? So verse 19, "The acts of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality," okay? Anything sexual that's immoral, okay? That's outside of marriage. "Impurity, debauchery, idolatry, and witchcraft." Okay, and the witchcraft, it actually goes back to, the Greek word here is pharmakia, which is where we get our word for pharmacy from, which is drugs. So drug usage would be in here. But back when they were translating this and writing this, drug usage wasn't an issue, but drug usage was an issue because it was part of witchcraft. So a lot of the witchcraft stuff that was happening is tied to drugs. Okay, so there would be some potion that you would drink to do this. Okay, so that's why why it interchanges witchcraft and drug use like that. All going back to the Greek word pharmacia. Okay, let me keep reading. "Hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions, and envy, drunkenness, orgies, and the like. Okay? That's a whole list of stuff there. I don't even have to talk about it because it's obvious what it is. Okay? And obviously, that's part of my flesh, not part of the Spirit of God at all. Okay? I warn you, as I did before, that those who live like this will not inherit the kingdom of God. Okay? So these are not characteristics of a Christian. Okay? If a Christian is going around just doing these things willy-nilly and not repentant about it and not seeking forgiveness about it, you're going to fall into sin sometimes. But if your life is characterized like this, you're going to go, that person's not a Christian. Okay? What we're going to read about in the next episodes is the fruit of the Spirit. So I can go look at that fruit and I can go, oh, that guy's a Christian because of the fruit he's putting out. If you're putting out this fruit of the flesh, it's like, obvious, you need Jesus. Okay. So hopefully that shows you here what we're talking about here as we go through Galatians. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we start looking at the fruit of the Spirit. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.